Press the bell icon on YouTube and don't miss another update.
Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. I have two topics for you today. My topic number one is very important. My topic number one talks about unemployment in India. Unemployment after the COVID lockdown. My topic number two is very short. It talks about the Director General of Police, Bihar, and his statement. Let's get right into the show. According to a Center of Monitoring Indian Economy report, we have lost 1.1 crore jobs in July. So 1.1 crore people are sitting idle. People who were having jobs before April are today 1.1 crore people are unemployed. So it is not people who are already unemployed in India, but people who had jobs who lost their jobs. Now, if you look at their statistics, in April we had 12.15 crore people who lost their jobs. In May, we had 10.03 crore people who lost their jobs. So 12 crore figure came down to 10.03. In June, after the first lockdown was lifted, the number came down to 2.99 crore, and in July, the number has further come down to 1.10 crores. 1.10 crore is also a very alarming figure for an economy. 1.10 crore are sitting at home. Now, most of the people who recovered were daily wages. Most of the people who recovered were small traders, informal economy, traders, hawkers. These kind of people went back to their jobs, started doing their jobs again, and therefore the unemployment recovered. But the core of the unemployment currently is still in the salaried class. Now, the problem with salaried class to recover, to get jobs back, it takes the maximum time. And it is the most difficult sector to get employment in. So that is what has been hurt. Now, let us get into some data. Let's get into some statistics. From April 2020 to July 2020, 18.9% people lost their jobs in salaried employment. 6.8% people lost their jobs in amongst daily wages. 0.1% people, businessmen, traders, were unemployed. But in farming industry, incidentally, the number has gone up by 14.9%. The employment has shot up by 14.9%. So if you look at it, the maximum hit is salaried employment, which has gone down by 18.9%, and the best gainer has been the farmer, which is the agricultural sector, which has gained employment up to 14.9%. Now, the reason why farm or agricultural sector could absorb this kind of employment is purely because this year the monsoon has been very good. The agricultural sector per se has done well. So they could absorb a lot of people and they could offer jobs to a lot of people. Therefore, if you see a lot of recovery that has happened in the daily wages class has happened because of a positive output from the farming sector. So a lot of people from daily wages have moved to the farming sector and now are operating in the farming sector. But there is also a danger to this. You see, what happens is farming sector tends to create disguised employment, which technically means that if there is a farm and in this farm there are 3 people working, an acre of farm, 3 people working, and in a family of 5, and the other 2 are in a city as migrant laborers. These 2 people have come and started working in the same farm where the 3 people were already working. Now the thing is, this 1 acre land creates the same produce, whether 3 people work or 5 people work. So the additional 2 people who are working in the farm will not produce anything substantially different or substantially more. So technically speaking, those 2 workers who have joined these 3 workers already working in the acre are called disguised workers because they are not producing anything. The family doesn't earn more money because these two people are working in the farms. They don't earn substantially more money. So the fact remains that the money is the same, the produce is the same, the profits is the same, but now the dependent on that 1 acre farm are more. The only way that possibly we could help the salaried class, which is the most vulnerable class now amongst the 3 or 4 different sectors, the salaried class, the only way we can provide jobs are by ensuring that our MSMEs and our small businesses are strengthened. MSMEs and small businesses offer 70% of employment in our country, 70% of salaried employment in our country. Now, if those units are strengthened, those units are pushed up, the economy gives MSMEs stimuli and helps them to resurrect back, then there is a chance that these salaried class employees could be re-employed. The biggest worry for a democracy is when the institutions are politicized. When you have institutions like RBI, CBI, Supreme Court, when these institutions are politicized, then the democracy is in danger. The Director General of Police of Bihar, Mr. Gupteshwar Pandey made a statement today. He was talking about a suspect in Sushant Singh Rajput's case. Her name is Riya Chakraborty. Riya Chakraborty said something against the Chief Minister of Bihar, and to which the Director General of Police reacted. Director General of Police Bihar reacted. What he said is this. Just hear this out.
बिहार के मुख्यमंत्री पर कमेंट करने की औकात रिया चक्रवर्ती की नहीं है। उसने कुछ किए थे, रिया चक्रवर्ती की औकात नहीं है बिहार के मुख्यमंत्री पर टिप्पणी करने की। पटना पुलिस की जांच सही थी, इसका मतलब पटना पुलिस जो कर रही थी बिल्कुल कानूनी तरीके से, संवैधानिक तरीके से सही काम कर रही थी, और बिहार के मुख्यमंत्री ने जो सपोर्ट किया, आज सुशांत को अगर न्याय मिलने की उम्मीद बनी है, इस मुकाम तक लड़ाई पहुंची है, तो बिहार के मुख्यमंत्री के सपोर्ट के कारण।
He said Riya Chakraborty does not have the Aukad means the status to comment on the Chief Minister of Bihar. He also said that because of the support that the Bihar Chief Minister gave us, there is new hope. There is hope today for justice for Sushant Singh Rajput. Now, I have two problems with this statement. Statement number one. What is a Director General of Police doing defending a Chief Minister? That too on a statement made by a citizen of this country. You see, by the sheer fact that that lady is a citizen of this country, she has all the right to make comments on a constitutionally elected body. She has all the right to make comment. She can make a comment on the Chief Minister of any Indian state. She has the right. Unless till such time that she doesn't abuse or she doesn't say something which is unparliamentary or something which is completely like, she has the right to make a comment. I wonder why a person of this caliber, Director General of Police, is the highest position in police in that particular state. He heads the state, and he is bickering with a young lady sitting in Bombay who's made some comment against the Chief Minister. Does it suit him? Number one. Number two, his next statement. In his next statement, he says, because of the support that the Bihar Chief Minister gave us, there is hope today for justice for Sushant Singh Rajput. Acha. He says there is hope today for justice for Sushant Singh Rajput. Which means what he is saying is, he is saying that Mumbai police and Maharashtra police is not capable enough to give justice to Sushant Singh Rajput. That is what he is saying. He is saying because Bihar Chief Minister intervened, now, and therefore I presume CBI came, now there is a chance. You see, Maharashtra police and Bihar police technically are not Colgate and Close-Up. The Colgate says, I clean 100%. Close-up says, I clean 102%. They are not Colgate and Close-up, that they are competing against each other. In fact, it doesn't befit them to compete against each other. That is not how police department works. Let us understand that very clearly. Politicians may do that. Politicians may say, Bihar, see, I am BJP government, see how I am doing better than the Congress government. They do that. They should do that. That's their job. A politician does that. Not the police. Not a court. Tomorrow, Bihar court, Patna court can say, I am better court than Mumbai court. Where are we going with all this? Where are we going with all this? And this is said by the senior most police officer of Bihar. I can understand a Havaldar saying it. I can understand a young inspector saying it. ठीक है, and not lack of experience, lack of knowledge. I understand. Chalo. Director General of Police saying it. So, just wanted to get this to your notice. I am not saying what Riya Chakravarti said is right or what this person said is wrong. That is not my intention. That is not what I wanted to say. What I wanted to say is, this is what happens when the institution gets politicized. And what I wanted to say is, our country should now be alert and mindful of the fact that our institutions are getting politicized. God bless us. Namaskar.